everybody, hope you caught Dog Day this Wednesday. I'm here with the amazing Julia Granacki, who is a co-producer and contributor and coming up in some episodes, so stay tuned. Dog Day Afternoon was originally shot in 2009. She's also, I just need to be clear, she's drinking bourbon out of a Campbell's Soup mug.
Children.
Because we've been drinking a little bit, planning our big press launch for our upcoming third season, launching in January, so you stay tuned because we got a lot done tonight while getting drunk. But she's here with me today because she's how we got the story for Dog Day Afternoon, or how we started to get the story.
I was walking my dog with another friend of mine, smoking something that wasn't a cigarette. She knew that I was a personal assistant at the time and she wanted to share the story with me. About this friend of a friend of a friend or whatever on the Upper East Side. The PA is recently hired. This is like a new job, and she comes to the apartment and...
Here, Lulu. Here, puppy.
Finds the dog, and the dog is dead.
Are you asleep? Hi. First day, dog dead.
This dog was like on its last leg. It's kind of like when your grandmother dies and she's like 100 or 92 and you're like, she's had a
personal assistant, you're like, oh my god, thank you God.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like you're off the hook. It was this moment of like,
Well, come to help now.
that's a relief.
Like, okay, cool.
Thank you, Jesus.
Packs the dog in some like fancy bag.
They didn't have any IKEA bags lying around.
I am so sorry that we met under these conditions.
Let's just say Prada, Louis Vuitton.
Fancy bag.
Fancy bag.
She takes the bag and she's like going and she's doing her.
I love this idea of like the guilt on one's face when you're like, no one knows there's a dead dog.
No one knows.
It's a big bag you got there.
Yeah, I know.
In the world of like the personal assistant, like
you do a lot of really uncomfortable
things. You do a
things.
lot of. When I worked for a very beautiful and famous celebrity, he asked me to go to Dwayne Reed and pick up some
articles to be used in an intimate nature with her partner. Then she comes back and they're
in the act.
So you had to pack up her apartment after aiding her with a trip to the dog store. There was a time we were working with the same company. That company was getting sued and you and I had to go through boxes and boxes.
Probably wrong.
We had to find one waiver that was signed amongst probably 7,000 pieces of loose leaf paper, which Julie and I sitting on cardboard boxes just being like, does 2006 ring a bell?
But we found it.
I was like, oh my god!
Yeah, that was the most amazing thing. So she's got the dog
and it's in the bag.
It's nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's my boss's. Not mine, not really my style.
Any smart PA would have got a cab, like a cab. Why in the world would you put a dead dog in a bag and take him on? Okay, but here's why. Here's what happened. Because sometimes when you're a PA and you don't make a lot of money and like reimbursements are few and far between, and
you only have $7
and you only have $7 in your pocket, and like every credit card you have is maxed out. That's why. That's why. Okay, so she's got on the subway and she's struggling because the dogs are heavy, you know. Friendly, handsome, seemingly like normal dude.
She was vulnerable, you know.
Hey, let me grab this for you. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you.
You want to help me with this really heavy bag? How sweet of you. And you're like,
that's so nice. My dreams are coming true today. Like, we're gonna get married and talk about the day you helped me with the bag. And it's gonna.
And they're gonna tell our kids about it.
But there was a dead dog inside the bag and you never knew the whole time.
Yeah.
Aww.
And he just distracted her and
do you have a pen? I'll just jot it down.
Yeah, actually.
And then he took off with the bag.
Give me a second. Let me look in my like Mary Poppins of a bag.
She was left with no dog and no bag. Frankly, I think she would have been better off if she was just holding a dead dog.
You complete another idiot.
This turns out might actually be an urban legend. And so we were a little concerned, like, oh my god, it's not a true story. We only film true stories. So we started to do some research. So the facts that remain the same every time the story is told is that she had never met the dog before. The dog was dead on arrival, that she put it in a bag, carrying it on a public transit situation. She met a nice man. The nice man offered to carry the bag. She gave it to him and off he ran. Done story. So I started Googling it. Okay, it's 2011. The City Scenes on Blogspot wrote this. And I know someone whose friends once asked her to dog sit their very old dog. He's dead, was not gonna live that long anyway. Then we delved further and lo and behold, I found the source. It happened in the United Kingdom. A dog in a suitcase. Few victims get a chance to exact revenge, but lastly, the woman named Sarah was tricked into giving up her bag with a thief unaware it contained a dead dog. Her car broke down on the way, hot mess, forcing her on the tube as she was struggling to carry Sandy through the Victoria station. Polite, well-dressed man, offered to help her carry the case up the escalator, gave her another bag weighted with stones as a distraction, and then ran off with the ill-gotten remains. Liam Carling claims the guy was a pro, but I would have liked to have been there when he opened the suitcase. And that story spread, I mean, across the world. And that's like, I heard it was a Louis Vuitton tote bag.
It's nice.
I was determined to get a knockoff in Chinatown. So,
wait, are you saying that you couldn't afford a real one?
Yes. I know, it's surprising because everything else I have is designer.
Totally.
Chinatown had just recently been busted for having all these like knockoffs that looked real.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so everything had been moved to like basements and behind weird walls.
I've been to a few.
The big Louis Vuitton totes were like so last season, and so it was really hard to find one. I mean, like a Louis Vuitton bag, and she gives me this little thing, and I was like, no, gotta be bigger than that.
It's a big bag you got there.
Yeah, I know.
Bag. And I'm of course talking with my hands and very loudly because that's how you overcome language barriers. She goes, yes, follow me. We go outside of a store, around a back alley, to a white, unmarked van. I get inside the van and it drives around the block.
Even better if they take you somewhere. If you were for fear that you were gonna get raped, and like then thrown back out on the street, you are in good hands.
I almost got human trafficked to make this episode for you all.
What on earth is wrong with you?
I was such a wise 20-something-year-old back then. Oh, the other funny part is, whenever we came to set back then, we weren't really prepared. And our poor director of photography, Ken, and he was like, where's the dead dog? And I was like, I don't know. There's like a stuffed animal we could just use somewhere. And he was like, I hate you as a producer. And I was like, I hate you as a producer too. Ken, this is why Ken's a genius. He goes, wait a minute. Is there like a mink? Or like a stole? We're weeding through the stranger's closet to find a mink. Probably your real fur. I'm guessing
Probably
it was
your real fur.
Got it. We'll have the dead dog's point of view, meaning POV shot. So he like takes the camera, drapes the mink over a pair of sneakers like just below the frame.
Here, Lulu. Here, puppy.
And that's how we got like the dead dog's POV of me finding the dead dog.
So smart.
God
Ken
love
KOTOWSKI.
him. And that is the last episode of our original season 1, shot in 2009. So y'all, you've come this far.
It went so fast.
Next week we start to re-release our remastered season 2, originally shot in 2010. And up next week is the episode Zipper, which I would say there's a modicum of nudity. It's my modicum of nudity. Yours is coming later. We'll talk about it.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Check us out on social media, share with your friends, and we'll talk to you soon. We just have one last moment for Sandy.
Yeah.